Hello everyone, today we analyze the trade relationship between South Korea and Colombia, a partnership that connects a high-tech industrial economy with a resource-rich emerging market. This relationship has expanded to trade, investment and cooperation framework, especially after the free trade agreement implemented in 2016. By the end of this video, you will understand how both countries complement each other, what they trade, and the challenges and opportunities sharing this partnership.
Now, we are gonna talk to you about the economic context. So I'm going to explain you. To understand the trade relationship between South Korea and Colombia, it is essential to first look at their economic context because this is where the foundation of their partnership is built. On one hand, South Korea stands as one of the most advanced and dynamic economies in Asia. Its development has been driven by innovation, a strong industry base, and the global expansion of the corporations. The country specializes in high value-added industries such as electronics, automobile products, machinery, and semiconductors, positioning itself as a key player in the global value chain. On the other hand, Colombia represents an emerging economy with different yet complementary structures. Its strength lies in the abundance of the natural resources and the steadily growing service sector. Historically, Colombia has relied to export of primary goods including coffee, oil, flowers, which remain essential for its economic stability. What makes this relationship particularly interesting is the concept of the economic complementary. While South Korea exports industrial and technological goods, Colombia provides raw materials and agricultural products. In other words, each country offers what the other lacks, creating a mutually beneficial exchange.
The trade relationship between South Korea and Colombia became significantly stronger after the free trade agreement that entered into the force in 2026. This agreement reduced traffic, facilitated market access, and encouraged a higher flow of goods between both countries. Currently, the trade structure reflects a clear partner specializations. Colombia mainly exports primary goods such as coffee, coal, crude oil, and ferronickel, and essential industrial productions. In contrast, South Korea exports high value-added manufactured products including vehicles, electronics, machinery, and technological equipment. This type of exchange is typical between a developed and an emerging economy where one country provides raw material and the other provides industrialized goods. However, this structure also highlights an important limitation. Colombia exports are concentrated in a low value-added products, which makes the economy more vulnerable to price fluctuation in international markets. For this reason, economists emphasize the importance of diversifying exports and increasing the level of industrialization in Colombia to achieve a more balanced and sustainable trade relationship.
So why is this bilateral trade important? So this trade provides access to Asian markets, foreign investment and economic diversification to Colombia, and access to strategic resources and a gateway to Latin American markets to South Korea. Just in February 2026, Colombia exported 61.3 million and imported 113 million from South Korea. The Colombian main exports were coal briquettes with 39 million, coffee with around 20.7 million, and copper scrap with 3.53 million. In the other hand, the main imports from South Korea were automobiles with 57.1 million, coated rolled iron with 3.75 million, and construction vehicles with around 3.66 million. So we put it like this: South Korea contributes with technology, innovation, and industrial capacity, while Colombia provides natural resources and access to Latin American markets. Exchange of goods has significantly grown over the years due to this commercial trade.
Beyond trade, South Korean companies have invested in infrastructure, energy, and technology projects in Colombia. There is also cooperation for both countries in education, innovation, and digital transformations, helping Colombia to modernize its economy. This partnership goes beyond e-commerce and contributes to the long-term development for Colombia, and we also seek the mutual benefit for both parts of the agreement.
Despite the benefits of the trade relationship between South Korea and Colombia, there are still some important challenges. First, Colombia has a trade deficit. This means it imports more products for South Korea than it exports. South Korea sells high-value products like technology and cars, while Colombia mainly exports raw materials. This creates an imbalance of the relationship. Second, Colombia doesn't have a very diversified export structure. It depends a lot on the products like oil, coal, and coffee. Because of this, that economy can be affected when the international price change. Another challenge is the distance between both countries. South Korea is very far from Colombia, so transportation takes more time, it's more expensive. This makes trade more difficult, especially for the small companies. Finally, there are cultural and business differences. People in both countries may have different ways of communication and the negotiation.
So, in conclusion, the trade relationship between Colombia and South Korea is a strategic partnership based on economic complementarity.